You found it.
Bingo, I just got it.
Well done.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce you again.
Okay.
We've already been talking to Graham Sachs, whose
Grant.
business is a very, sorry,
Grant, Grant.
Grant,
Yes.
who has a fascinating business relating to, and please correct me, the title is My Points for numeral for travel.
Yes.
And I met Grant at SCAL meeting. It's an International Association of Marketing Professionals. And he is a genius at helping you use all those miles that are sitting around. Now, I personally just had this where I have like orphan, I want to call them orphan miles at Delta because I'm not going to use Delta next year. And I don't know what to do with them. So tell us what you do, Grant.
All right. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you for the intro. Happy to be here. So basically, we are experts in flights, and we do two things uniquely. We get unpublished airfares in business and first class, and we do award bookings, which are even way more interesting as far as discounts go, because we are saving our clients substantially on their business class and first class, sometimes first class, I should say, flights by using their most valuable credit card points. The credit card points are 3 to 4 to 5 times more valuable than anyone's airline miles.
No kidding. I had no
Um,
idea.
no, it's unbelievable. So when you talked about your Delta miles, Amex transfers to Delta. So you can always, instead of losing those Delta miles, and Delta tends to be, I will say, quite egregious with the number of points that they require. United is out of the three US-based airlines. Um, American, you can sometimes get a Saver Award to Europe for 57,500 miles. United,
Really?
interestingly, which is to London or to Europe, typically to London,
Mm-hmm.
but also to Europe, and that's not a lot of miles compared to their 400,000 miles that they can charge.
Mm-hmm.
United recently they've really been giving deals on their United Explorer credit card.
Huh.
So if you add that card, and I believe it's a free for the first year and then $150 after that moving forward, I've seen awards to Europe that they will say, and even in Asia, where they will say it's 200,000 miles, but if you have the United Explorer card, we're going to give it to you for 72,000.
I'm shocked.
So
I'm
that
I'm
is,
I'm shocked on two levels.
yes,
One is what I pay for my American Express Platinum card, which is now I think $800,
yeah.
and my Delta card, which is something like that. And why am I doing this as a veteran traveler?
Well,
Wow.
well, 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 let's talk about that Amex card. That Amex card, you're still earning, the United card is good for traveling only on United, but
Correct.
you still don't want to make United your points earning card. So that's an additional card if you're based out of Newark or you're in a city that's a United base, Dallas, Newark, some other cities.
Right.
That'd be good to have. But the Amex Platinum still earns 5 times points on generic Amex points. And so you're still winning with that. I will say, though, that Chase Sapphire Reserve has overtaken Amex as
Interesting.
probably the most prolific points earning card.
So
And
this is pretty complicated. So how
it,
does somebody approach my points for travel? They
they
call
would,
you up, they say, I have this and I have that, and I want to get to the moon,
yeah,
whatever. And
the
what can you
moon and
do for
back.
me? What would be a typical call that comes to you?
They could reach out via email, grant@mypoints4travel.com, or they can give us a call at 646-830-7017.
Okay, I'll put that out again so people have it.
Thank you. And essentially we get them a get started form. And that form is you'll put in your credit card points, totals, your airline miles totals, your dates of travel. If you have flexibility, that helps. Um, And then we also do complimentary credit card consultations. So if you
Wow.
find you're sitting on, you have an American Airlines card only or a Delta Amex, we'll do a consultation and say, hey, these are the best 2 or 3 cards to get. We look at if you have a business, we can advise which best business cards to get and if you don't, then that's fine, personal cards, and we will help you maximize your points earnings.
That's fabulous because we're all, I'm speak for myself, paying for too many cards and they're duplications.
That's right. There's too many cards of and you'll be surprised how many people just have the wrong cards for travel. And I think mainly is they don't realize what sort of awards are out there with the generic Amex, Capital One, Citibank,
All right.
Chase points. How
How did you
incredible.
get into this?
I got into this. We were planning a trip that actually got canceled during COVID. We were planning a trip to Vietnam. I've always traveled. I'm from South Africa originally. I've had family in Australia. So just personally, I've always done this, but this really came more to fruition right before COVID on a trip to Vietnam. We were looking to get the whole family in business class. That was canceled and replaced with a trip to Japan, which we had a phenomenal. We signed up for a number of cards, and we had a luxury trip for 2 weeks with 2 teenage daughters that I don't even want to brag how much the retail would have cost, but essentially we paid 7%. We signed up for 4 cards each, and then over a period of a couple of years, and we paid 7% of the cost of a luxury trip.
Whoa.
And so
So
the
you
answer
really
to your
know from the
points.
ground up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's how and then you learn, the tricks, and there's all these little tricks of what to do. I'm working now with a family, as you called me, as we got on this. I have a family in the middle of August, okay, peak summer period to Europe,
Hmm.
flying from the East Coast to Europe, and then Europe back to the West Coast,
Right.
okay?
Okay.
And she has 400,000 points with a family of 4. And so you'd think, firstly, to get someone on the same 4 people on the same flight is difficult, and it is. But we basically found her at 90,000 points per person for those 2 flights in business class, and around $10,045 in airline taxes.
Right.
And then we charge the $400 award fee. They're paying $1,400 and 90,000 points for flights that would cost $5,000 to $6,000.
Sure, sure. I know that because even London now, if you try to book a first class or business class ticket now, six six is it on Delta or more.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's interesting. So do they get to choose the airline they're on, or it just they will
So
be in first class or business class?
no, they don't choose per se because remember, award availability is much more limited than saying I'd like to fly on this airline and pay
Yeah,
cash for this flight.
sure, sure.
So, but we work with all the major airlines. So we're looking at Air France, KLM, British Airways, Virgin, Swiss Air,
Hmm.
uh, to get these deals, which are being offered essentially the non-US based airlines is where we're getting more deals on.
Right,
Qatar, Singapore, Emirates. Emirates has become more expensive with their higher taxes.
right,
Um, Cathay Pacific, which has now limited partners, so that's changing. It's sort of a changing environment.
right. But these are all
But
top airlines anyway.
these are the top airlines in the
Yeah,
world that you want to
yeah,
travel
yeah,
on.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we can research what's available in real time.
Hmm.
So we can go over 20 different airline programs and see what's available for our clients. We typically to get back to them within 24 hours,
Uh-huh.
and we lay out these costs, and we're seeing some unbelievable deals. At 90,000 points, they're earning 5 cents a point,
Right,
5 cents a point on their Amex points,
right.
where
And they
Amex
usually think
would,
it's a penny
it's
a
a
point
penny.
or
That's
dollar.
right.
Yeah.
It's a penny a point. Amex will give you a penny a point, and we're now earning them 5 cents a point, 5 times
Right,
that.
right. This
Yeah.
sounds pretty complicated. Congratulations on getting into this and really
Thank
knowing
you.
your stuff.
Thank you.
So
It's
I
look,
think you have a team also, don't you?
yes, there's a team of us. We have a back team that does research. I tend to be the face of the business. So you'd be dealing with me on the booking
Uh-huh.
end.
Uh-huh.
But we have a support team that does a lot of the research for the flights as well.
Hmm. Really,
And
really interesting. You gave me a quote before we started of how many miles get lost every year. How many frequent flyer points? It was something like 23 million don't get
million
used.
or yeah, or even, was it even billion potentially of how many unused miles are unused in the United States of credit
I
card
get it.
points?
I get it. I told you I have orphan points. We blasted out all my husband's points for some first class tickets, but
Yes,
there's like 100, I don't know, 25,000 left sitting in Delta, and they're going to just sit there.
yes.
So,
So that's the airline miles, but then even the credit card points. I think the points that are unused are people's credit card points that sit in their accounts and they're not sure what to use them for.
so true, so true. And they end up using it for something stupid like, um, I don't know, a piece of equipment.
They
You
could,
know,
yeah, they could use it on Amazon. I believe they get 0.7 cents per point. But if you're traveling,
go on.
if you're an international traveler, even if it's once a year, this would be a much better way to maximize points. And yeah, we can
Absolutely.
book up to a year in advance. So you can book an award ticket before you can book a cash ticket,
Right.
which
And
is
you can
also
get
a
a
good
seat
thing.
assignment. Yeah,
That's right. We can get the seat assignments. Uh, we do that right away. We do that for our clients. We make sure they have their seats and their ticket numbers.
that's great. That's
Yeah,
great because it's interesting how many people have the flight, the seat, but they're not aware to keep their ticket number.
that's right.
They know they have
That's
the
right.
reservation number, which we in the business have a different name for, but they don't
Yes,
keep the ticket number. And if you ever have an issue, you better have that ticket number, which is a
that's right.
long, long, like 10-digit number.
Yes.
That's great. So what else do you want to tell me? I mean, I think
I think look, credit cards are very important in this game, if you will.
yeah,
Flexibility can be important.
right.
And then I think once business class, it's sort of once you've done it, it's very hard to go back.
Oh, that is so true. That's so true. I got this notice from American. I used to fly American a lot. And said you have 60,000 miles that are going to expire in July. Well, I don't give up anything that's going to expire. So I took a round trip ticket to London and coach.
Yes,
And I felt like, how can I say it? I felt so it was perfectly comfortable. I had an
yes,
aisle seat, but I
yes.
kind of resented everybody who was near me. No, the woman next to me had to use the ladies' room. It's like, what do you mean what do you mean I have to get up? I'm just not used to that because you do
Yes.
get spoiled very quickly.
You get very spoiled.
Yeah,
You do get
yeah.
spoiled. And the prices, we find, look, we're beating the airlines because the prices are egregious.
Oh, they're
So
ridiculous.
to pay that's cash prices,
Yeah.
we're affording people the chance to, have that luxury at literally prices that would be, between economy and premium economy
And
pricing.
the other thing is put the money aside. Do you really want to be exhausted the first 48 hours of your vacation? You've just lost 2 days of probably most people are now spending $500 to $800 a day or more. You just
Yes,
lost that because
yes,
you were exhausted.
yes,
Because you
true.
couldn't sleep on the plane and you couldn't lie down.
Yes, and most people are going away for what, 7 days average, probably 7 or 8 days, in
Maybe
their
eight. Yeah.
schedules.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So 2 days is 25% of that.
Right.
So
Right. So people forget that, especially if you're older, we've become much more, I don't want to use the word profligate, but we spend money easily now as we're older
yeah,
because we have it.
yes,
we're not going to buy another refrigerator or another home. We have everything. So we spend it on travel. And
Yeah,
to know that we can do 2 trips instead of 1 trip a year and fly in the front of the plane, that's a nice thought.
that is a good
So
thought.
it's my points for the numeral 4,
Yes.
travel. And people can call you on your 646 number. What's the number again?
646-830-7017.
Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, I'm trying to think, do I have any other questions? About 1,000 of them, but I can't think of them all at once. I'm going to put it in the Substack with your contact numbers, and hopefully I think we have recorded it. It said recording beginning now.
It looks like it is,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, and then I'll just save it, and then I'll send you a copy, and I'll put it in the Substack. But I also send out emails to my mailing list, which is the Women's Travel Group mailing list, just I like to be helpful. And I think this is very helpful.
I would agree.
So what are you doing this summer?
This summer, we've got I've got a teenage daughter at camp counselor, so we're going to visit her.
Ah,
Then I have a drop off to college in
ah,
August, and then right after that, though, my wife and I were going to Europe. We're going to
great.
do south of France, and then we're going to do the Italian Riviera for a little bit,
Nice, nice.
and end up Portofino and end up in Milan for the Italian Formula One, of which I am a Formula One nut. So
Good for
that's
you. Good for you. So where's your drop off going? I have a drop off granddaughter too.
Virginia Tech.
Ah,
She's going to be
she'll,
a
she'll
sophomore at Virginia Tech.
she'll be employed in 5 minutes.
She's loving it
Yeah.
there.
Mine
Yeah,
is artsy and she's going to go to Brown. And
fantastic.
maybe she'll be employed in 5 minutes. I don't know, but Virginia Tech, that's a job.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
No, Brown is magnificent. We visited there. It's got a Brooklyn it's got a Brooklyn Heights Sag Harbor feel to it, which is for the East Coast people, it's pretty
She's from
stunning.
California, so this will be new for her.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
congratulations on that.
Yeah, and to you too, and
And
enjoy your
thank you.
trip.
Thank you.
And again, it's my points for
Yes.
travel.com.
Yes.
It's Grant. I
At
love your last name, SAA. It has
CK.
to be a story to the
Yeah.
AACKS.
Yeah.
And we have your phone number, and I'll put it all again out there.
Thank you so much.
And thank you. So let me see what happens now. I guess I just say goodbye.
I think we say
That's how it
goodbye.
goes.
All
Okay,
right. Take
great.
care.
Enjoy
Bye,
your
fellas.
trip. You
All
too. Stay
right.
cool. Stay cool.
Okay. You too. Ciao.
So I'm going to hit end here. Yeah. Leave meeting.